Have you ever wondered why, while the world is fixated on China's aircraft carriers and 10,000-ton destroyers, the Navy is quietly accelerating the construction of the seemingly less impressive Type 054B frigate? Americans have been genuinely puzzled lately. They believe that with tensions running so high, China should be focusing all its efforts on building more of its flagship Type 055 destroyers. Why allocate resources to a frigate? Behind this lies the Chinese Navy's pragmatic and clear strategic thinking. First, let's clear up a misconception. Building the 054B doesn't mean China has stopped building the 055. In fact, construction of the second batch of 055 destroyers has already commenced, though specific progress remains under normal confidentiality. The notion that China chose frigates over destroyers is itself outdated information. The modernization of the Chinese Navy is comprehensive and systematic, with different vessels assigned distinct missions. The accelerated development of the Type 054B aims to fill a critical gap in the naval capability puzzle, not to replace another piece. A powerful blue water navy requires both heavy hitters, like the Type 055, capable of long-range air defense and precision strikes against sea and land targets, and all-rounders, like the Type 054B, designed for extended patrols, dedicated anti-submarine warfare, and routine missions. Neglecting this balanced approach risks falling into the trap seen in the U.S. Navy in recent years, pursuing technological supremacy in isolated domains while losing sight of operational realities. So what exactly is new about the Type 054B? It is far from a simple scaled-up version of the Type 054A. The breakthroughs in stealth technology, integrated combat command systems, and fire control mentioned in official reports are tangibly embodied in this vessel. Its hull profile is streamlined, employing new coatings and materials that significantly reduce radar detectability. At its core lies a new generation integrated mast and sensor system. The dual-face rotating phased array radar on the forward mast handles air and surface search, while the fast response radar on the aft mast rapidly locks onto threats. This system elevates the 054B's situational awareness and processing capabilities far beyond its predecessors. Weapons control has also achieved high integration, enabling smoother coordination between naval guns, missiles, and close-in weapons systems for faster response times. In terms of armament, the Type 054B retains the proven 32-cell vertical launch system, ensuring flexible deployment of medium-range air defense, anti-ship, and even anti-submarine missiles. The newly installed 100mm main gun offers quicker reaction times. Notably, a close-in weapon system, CUES, has been added forward of the bridge. Together with the 24-cell air defense missile system housed in the hangar, this forms a denser close-range air defense network. Two quad launchers for the YJ-12 supersonic anti-ship missiles provide formidable anti-ship firepower. One of the most significant changes is the widened and raised hangar, designed to accommodate the Navy's new Z-20 anti-submarine helicopter. Capable of carrying advanced detection equipment and weapons, the Z-20 greatly enhances the Type 054B's airborne anti-submarine capabilities. All these design elements point to one key focus. The Type 054B is a multi-purpose frigate with a strong emphasis on anti-submarine warfare. Why is anti-submarine capability so critical today? In modern naval warfare, particularly in potential hotspots like the Western Pacific, advanced submarines, quiet and long endurance, pose one of the greatest threats to surface ship formations. The United States and its allies have deployed substantial assets of this kind in the region. For the Chinese Navy to venture into the deep blue, whether safeguarding aircraft carrier strike groups or protecting distant sea lanes, formidable anti-submarine capabilities are an indispensable foundation. The Type 054B fulfills the role of the fleet's anti-submarine specialist. Equipped with an excellent hull-mounted sonar, towed array sonar, and the Z-20 helicopter, it can proactively search for, track, and engage underwater targets along the fleet's periphery or critical sea lanes. This allows fleet destroyers like the Type 055 and Type 052D, which prioritize air defense and anti-ship warfare, to focus on their core missions without diverting excessive resources to anti-submarine duties. This specialized division of labor enhances the overall combat effectiveness of the entire fleet. In contrast, the U.S. Navy's predicament stems partly from its own convoluted path in surface warship development in recent years. After the Cold War, America pursued technological leapfrog advancements, resulting in the costly, single-purpose Zumwalt-class destroyers and the unreliable littoral combat ships. When recognizing the need for a balanced, cost-controlled frigate, the Constellation-class project faced slow progress and repeated design revisions, ultimately cancelled in 2025 due to cost overruns and delays. This highlights a recurring issue. attempting to integrate every cutting-edge technology into a single vessel. Pursuing comprehensive capabilities often leads to project complexity, soaring costs, schedule delays, and ultimately disconnect from practical requirements. China has taken a different path, progressively applying proven new technologies on mature, reliable platforms. Over 40 Type 054 frigates have been built, thoroughly tested through more than a decade of diverse ocean missions, demonstrating the success of their design and cost-effectiveness. The Type 054B frigate builds upon this foundation with targeted upgrades, minimizing risks and enabling rapid combat readiness to swiftly augment the fleet. The efficiency of this pragmatic strategy is evident in the Type 054B achieving operational capability just 1 year after commissioning. From a broader fleet development perspective, accelerating Type 054B production reflects a clear strategy of combining high and low-end vessels for integrated combat operations. The Type 055 destroyer, with its 10,000-ton displacement, is an indisputable technological benchmark for the Navy. However, its construction and operational costs dictate that its numbers cannot be expanded indefinitely. It is better suited as the core of an aircraft carrier strike group, or a key node in a distant sea strike force. In contrast, frigates like the Type 054B, with their relatively lower costs, strong distant sea navigation capabilities, and comprehensive weapon configurations, are highly suitable for large-scale production. The operational reach of the Chinese Navy will continue to expand, requiring a large fleet to execute routine missions such as distant sea patrols, fisheries protection, escort duties, joint exercises, and non-war military operations, while also providing sufficient platforms for potential conflicts. Should all these tasks fall solely to expensive destroyers, it would place immense strain on logistics support and military budgets, representing a significant waste of resources. Moreover, this construction decision aligns closely with China's expanding overseas interests. As the Belt and Road Initiative advances, China's reliance on maritime transport routes deepens, making the need to secure critical sea lanes increasingly urgent. The traditional strengths of frigates, endurance, self-sustainability, and multi-mission adaptability, make them ideal for such escort and presence missions. The Type 054B, with its balanced anti-submarine, air defense, and anti-ship capabilities, can effectively counter both traditional and non-traditional security threats encountered along these routes, providing reliable protection for merchant fleets. Underpinning this rapid construction capability is China's increasingly mature and robust shipbuilding industrial system. From the Type 054 to the Type 054B, China has established a complete chain for frigate design, construction, and upgrades. Major shipyards can simultaneously construct multiple vessels of the same class, supported by an efficient and stable supply chain. This contrasts sharply with the US, where domestic shipbuilding capacity has shrunk, construction cycles are prolonged, and costs remain uncontrolled. The perplexity expressed by US media over the accelerated production of the Type 054B likely stems from projecting America's own developmental logic and current predicaments onto China. The Chinese Navy does not blindly imitate others. Instead, it has chosen a steady, pragmatic development path emphasizing system effectiveness, grounded in its own strategic needs, technological foundation, and industrial capabilities. The Type 054B frigate represents a natural and crucial step along this path. It does not pursue extreme performance in any single aspect, but strives for excellence in reliability and multifunctionality, seamlessly integrating into the Navy's overall combat system. In potential future maritime confrontations, victory will often hinge not on one or two cutting-edge weapons, but on a cohesive, highly coordinated system where all components work seamlessly together. The Type 054B serves as a robust and flexible link within this system. In summary, China's accelerated construction of the Type 054B frigate represents a well-considered, big-picture strategic decision. It concerns the balanced growth of naval combat capabilities, the practical demands of distant sea operations, and the equilibrium between cost and efficiency in building a major naval power. Understanding the Type 054B offers insight into how the Chinese Navy is steadily and methodically forging a formidable maritime force capable of truly venturing into the deep blue. External skepticism, at times, only serves to highlight the uniqueness and effectiveness of the